How are you? Um, Having my morning coffee. Just kind of basking in this last year. Um, it's been a rough year. You guys have seen it's been a rough year. I didn't hold any punches back. I didn't, you know, I disappeared for a little bit because sometimes it gets to be so hard for me that it makes it difficult for me to do like the simplest things like doing a video. It just is. But that's not the reason why I've been MIA. I've been MIA because I've been doing some studying and I came across some research that I found to be pretty disturbing. I wish I'd have known about this before. It's a paper that was written and it was in the National Library of Medicine and it was about VMS. And I was like, what is that? VMS menopause. And, you know, what's VMS? What the heck is that? VMS is vasomotor syndrome. I did not know that. I did not know that there was a technical term for it. I've been to the doctor several times and she never used this word, not once. I needed answers. Upon the research that I was doing, because I was going through such intense hot flashes, why I'm going through so much, and all the women I'm talking to, they look at me like, don't know what you're talking about, as I'm having a torrential drain pour of sweat coming off my entire body as I'm having this conversation. And it's the same answer with everyone. They're like, oh, my menopause is not that bad. My menopause is not that bad. Oh my gosh, why this, why that? Why am I the only one that has these severe symptoms? I don't understand. Where is everybody? So when I couldn't find anybody through that way, I started doing some research and found that Black women and Hispanic women, upon this paper that I read, are more likely to experience menopausal symptoms than any other race, and are more likely to experience more severe, bothersome symptoms than any other race. And I'm like, why is that? So I had to read a little further. Well, apparently it has a lot to do with your environment. How you were raised, any traumatic trauma, low education. Basically, any woman that is surviving her life and not living it is going to be susceptible to, more intense symptoms than somebody who's not struggling or who's not surviving their life. Which makes sense. Which is the reason why it hits more Black and Hispanic women, is because of the simple fact that when you live in a low poverty environment and you are surrounded by nothing but negativity and stress, of course, what's gonna happen? Your body is going to eventually have to find a way to manifest all of that energy, and unfortunately, when you're young and you're going through things, you don't know to think about 20 years into the future. Oh yeah, let me think about my menopause because I don't want to have that symptom. It doesn't work that way, and we all know that. It'd have been nice to have a heads up. It'd have been nice to be able to go to a doctor and say, okay, what's wrong with me? And then have them say, okay, this is what's wrong with you. I know that the specialists out here know all of this information. Why didn't they tell me anything? That still kind of racks my brain. It's either they don't care enough to share certain information that's, gonna actually benefit my body, or they straight up don't know. As I'm doing my research, I found out that 20% of women will never experience any type of menopausal symptoms. Then you have 60% that's going to have moderate symptoms. Then you're gonna have the 20% that's gonna have such severe symptoms that it affects their day-to-day. Of course, I'm always on that side of the extreme. You know what I'm saying? My whole life I've been like this. So why didn't my doctor know this? Why didn't my doctor know that what was going on with the tingling sensation in my back wasn't due to the medication, but was actually, could possibly be paresthesia, which happens whenever I have a hot flash. You just take me off medication and put me on something else thinking that might work. I'm over it. I'm over it. And I realized that if I have to go at this by myself, if I have to go at this head on, there's no hormone therapy, there are no other alternatives, then I'm gonna go head on with my eyes completely open. If you are between the ages of 25 to 35, and you are Black and you're Hispanic, read the paper. Even if you're not Black, even if you're not Hispanic, even if you're just a different plain old Jane, still read the paper. I'm gonna put a link to this paper in the description box below. It's a really, really good read, guys. It really, really is. And it's going to help shed a little bit of light on why you, if you are experiencing hot flashes or, you know, symptoms, it'll explain why exactly you are experiencing it more than your counterpart. Which is the whole reason why I'm bringing this whole subject about. I've struggled for the last 3 years trying to reinvent myself, trying to figure out what it was I wanted to do, who I wanted to be in my life. I wanted to grow up. And I've been through a lot of things, you know, trying to keep my mind idle with the things that I thought I was going to do to make money going forward, you know, a career path when I was ready for it. So I did the whole, you know, spiritual journey, spiritual awakening, boot camp thing, okay? It's not fun, but it is so sorely needed. Everybody needs to have a spiritual awakening. Everybody needs to hit that point in life where everything is on the table and open for discussion for everything. It's amazing, it's life-changing, but it's hard as hell. I will tell you that, it's hard as hell. But even throughout the research that I've done, I'm getting ready to have a hot flash because I can feel the tingling going through, so you'll have to excuse me. I don't feel like stopping today. But I thought that the career path that I was going to be going down was going to definitely be, you know, either in culinary or fitness, because as you look on my page, that's all you see. That's all I've done my whole life. It's, of course, a cook out of necessity, but losing weight and being good at losing weight and having people want me to help them lose weight, that made me feel good and made me feel like, oh, I can do this. I really can't, because I still got the same type of issues everybody else has when it comes to losing weight. So, and right now, I'm actually on the extreme side. I can't keep weight. So I'm in a different ballgame right now. My weight is the last thing I'm worried about. I'm trying to get my life the way I want it. And it doesn't seem to be with fitness or with culinary, but with my skincare products. As you see me going through the hot flash, I want you to understand that this is not an easy thing for me to have to continue to go through. I go through this on a day-to-day basis, and I go through this several times a day, to the point where I'm hoping this is gonna be a small hot flash, because I really don't want to change my clothes again. I just changed my clothes. But I can't work like this. And this has been a big part of the depression over the last year, because it's like I don't have a home. I'm barely paying a bill, if I can do that. You know, listen, it's been really, really rough. It's been horrible. And then having to deal with this on top of everything. But when you're patient enough and when you listen to your heart and you obey God, eventually things are going to happen for a reason that isn't gonna be explained then, but you'll understand now. The whole reason why I even have to go through this horrible, horrible thing to create Femme Mature Skincare. Femme Mature Skincare, what is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is that? 6 months ago, I was thinking about what was I gonna cook, you know? But it's a skincare line made out of necessity. When women go through the hot flashes and then hot flashes over, their skin is dry. And oftentimes it hurts. So I created a body butter to help with my special need, because regular lotions aren't gonna work for me. We already know that, it doesn't work. Then it got me to thinking about my toners and then my bath salts that help with the tingling sensations, you know, the paresthesia. Why not sell this? Why not help more women going through this? That 20% of women that will get ignored, will be pushed under the rug, or dismissed like their symptoms aren't real. Now that I've completed a nice skincare line to sell to other women who are suffering with the same problem, I would like to ask for your help getting me started on my business. Now, of course, as you see, I'm not able to work. And I promised myself that if I ever had something that I truly, truly wanted to do, that I was going to actually ask my followers and anybody else out here for help when I was 100% sure that it was something that I wanted to do, which is the reason why I've never really asked for help before, because I'm like, you know what, I can do this on my own, because I can do this, you know, cooking wise. It's like I can grab this, I can grab that, you know. It wasn't really a necessity for me. This is a necessity for me. Don't know if it's stress related, but I know that this is not fun going through this. Today's seems to be a worse day. I've been up since 5, and that's only because I couldn't sleep. Because every time I got into a deep sleep, I guess, maybe not, I don't even know, I was so sweating. I don't think this is menopausal. And I've called everybody I love because I'm scared and I don't know what to do. I need to help more women going through this understand why their bodies are going through this, and to create products designed for them with essential oils, mind you. Because being that hormone therapy did not work for me, I had no choice but to find other alternatives, and the best way was through essential oils and chakra healing and crystal healing. So what do? I created products with an alternative to hormone therapy. Now, there's a ton of products out here. We all know that. The difference between my products and the rest of everyone else's products is my products are designed to not only moisturize, help with the fine line and wrinkles, but they're gonna help with paresthesia, they're gonna help with anxiety, they're gonna help with depression, they're gonna help with muscle aches and pains. You know, I mean, the hot flashes, the insomnia, all of these things that can be helped with essential oils, I put them together in skincare products. Yeah, I'm pretty much dry now. But as you can see, as long as I'm going through the hot flashes like that, I'm not gonna be able to work for somebody else, so I have to work for myself. And I am gonna be starting at the bottom, so I'm asking for some help. So I'm gonna leave a link in the description box for my Amazon wish list. It's not much stuff, you know, to start with, because I'm only starting with my body butter first, and then I'm gonna work my way up to different products. I do have a GoFundMe page, but I'm not activating it yet. I want to gather a little bit more information, because that one is a bigger, you know, I'm asking for a bigger amount, because that's gonna help fund everything, my office supplies, like everything in bulk. But right now, just to get the ball rolling, I'm gonna need a little bit of help, and I'm asking for some support from you all to help me get La Femme Mature Skincare started. And the best part about it is, hello, Black owned, okay, female, Black owned, okay. But again, I want to be able to share as much information with the rest of the world, because this is something that I have to do. I can't say, oh yeah, I want to work out and I want to do this. No, there are other things that are playing factors into the reason why things are happening for us after 45. And I want to be able to help you kind of get a hold on it too. Prepare yourself. How do you do that? Stop worrying about the negative stuff that goes on in the world. Cut it out. I'm going to be putting everything down, like I said, in the description box below. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Also, again, any support that you guys give me would be great, would be fantastic, and I will definitely be recording it so that I can share with you guys how we're gonna start this business, you know. And again, it's out of necessity. I can't get away from it. I can't lose the idea, because the idea is based around my symptoms and my life and how hard it's been, because I didn't understand. And because it took me 3 years to finally figure it out, and I had to do it on my own after so many doctors. And I don't want anybody else to have to go through this, you know, and not be aware of what's going on and think that maybe something else is problematic. If you guys watched a couple of my videos in the early stages of this, you're gonna see I did not really fully understand what this was, and if it was menopause, then something was wrong. Something was wrong. I lived in fear for that first year because I thought I was sick. Nobody should have to live with that kind of fear. Nobody should have to live with that kind of stress. So if I can avoid it for you ladies in the future, you're welcome. This is Carla Alexander here with Keeping It Real. Please check out this paper. This paper is really, it's insightful, you know, and it kind of helped give me an idea as to why the universe has placed this whole scenario on top of my head or on my shoulders. It was because I am meant to be the face of menopause. I'm meant to be that face for the 20% of women out here who are suffering so bad like me, and who just, girl, I know your pain. I know what it feels like to suffer in silence. I know what it feels like when you feel like nobody understands what you're going through. When people look at you like you've grown a second head. I understand how you feel. Now I have products that are gonna help you get through it. You guys are gonna be the backbone, the foundation to La Femme Mature. I appreciate it, love you. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and look out for my other videos, because on my business plan, I am hooking up my website. I've got my Shopify up. I'm not playing. I have been busy recreating my life. I am literally recreating who I am. If I can do it, girl, you definitely can do it. Don't let this menopause tell you different. Remember, La Femme Mature Skincare, because we know it's more than just hot flashes.